We've seen Ember Spirit in like every game today. This hero was just all over the place. Everybody loves to play him. He's like the gyrocopter from the last patch. I've talked about this a good deal, but I feel like I'll mention it yet again. If you do have this type of hero that has an incredible ability to dole out a lot of damage with his magical spells in the mid game, and then later on, once you get those physical damage items, he can really turn into that right-click carry that you want. You know what? Just because I know you guys love it. Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for this next matchup here. The patch came on out for Dota 2 Reborn. Hopefully everything ends up being absolutely fine. I didn't get a chance to read anything about it, but pretty excited. Do have Yuar, who's going to be playing the Ember Spirit, heading over to the mid lane. DC Bulba is going to be playing the Dark Seer. We do also have Aoi 2000 playing the Tusk. The Tide TC off to the side. TC is going to be playing the Ursa Warrior. So BRU is going to be on the Winter Wyvern. Meanwhile, for HCWP, we have Bleak who's going to be playing the Bane. Fogged is going to be playing your Skywrath Mage today. We do have Justin on the Templar Assassin. Demon is going to be playing Clockwork. And last but not least, Mason. A nice little bow is going to be heading on over into that mid or safe lane, actually. I'm pretty sure that's what this is going to be, considering the item build that we're seeing here out of TA. Going for a little bit more regen early, not wanting to deal with the horror that is the early game Ember Spirit. Always good to have some pleasant banter in these matches. Once again, this is going to be for all the marbles to some extent in the high ground, or in the upper bracket for this matchup at least. Whoever ends up in this one is going to have to go down to the lower bracket, while the winner faces off against Root Gaming. Well, going to secure the rune for the Ember. This means that also the Ursa gets the rune. A little bit unfortunate there. They weren't able to contest that one, but Wind Ranger actually heading off to the off lane, so I don't know what I'm even talking about. Bleak is going up top with them. This is going to leave the Clockwork solo in the bot lane up against a combination of the Darkseer and the Tusk, which is a pretty petrifying lane if I do say so myself. But again, all Clockwork really needs to be able to do here is be able to soak up EXP. The other sort of side effect of this problem is that you're going to end up being able to get Roshan a lot easier as Ursa, because there isn't going to be as much vision around this area. My thoughts, at least. Ember Spirit starting to punish away onto this Templar Assassin, who hasn't been able to get a last hit so far in this lane. This is going to be a tough one for Ursa up here. They are really applying the pressure. Bleak is just going to push him completely and totally out of lane, and they need to rotate somebody. They can't have the Ursa to just get nothing. They need to be able to at least get him some amount of last hits here, and fortunately not looking like that's going to be the case quite yet. You are having a good time in the mid lane. Oh, maybe going to go after him yet again. Do toss out another Arcane Bolt. Power Shot connects. Another right click might be enough. Is all they need. Fogged wants it so bad. But the Tango's going to keep alive that Ursa. But just like that, you see how much damage is being dealt out here. And immediately, he's going to have to really try and do something here to hopefully make his presence felt. Mid lane yet again. Justin, nope. Oh, bottom. Able to dive down on top of the Clockwork. This is the other problem here. Applying a lot of potential pressure. Top again. Do they have anything else that can come on out? Clockwork down the bottom was able to pop out his cogs, but not really a whole lot else that he can do down here. This is just a terrifying lane. This might actually go down quicker. The Axe lane, if you're careful. Alright, a rotation over. No, Bleak is just going to be sitting here to pick on up the rune and rune control for his Ember Spirit. Oh, excuse me, his TA. TC still a little bit of pressure here. I really like also as well that you see Darkseer here waiting for level 2, as is Aoi, to make sure that they had the spells that they needed to get the kill.
Got it.
Bleak is going to be sitting here for a second, hoping to snipe some courier as it comes on over with the bottle. And the bottle is going to be brought. They don't see the Bane, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't know, or that they know he's not around. This isn't like a bounty hunter where you're prepared for this. If he's able to get this kill, this gives you the pressure that you need on the lane to really make full advantage of it. Fogged still hitting there. They are going to keep him. So they recognize the Bane wasn't there, and he's going to not be able to get that courier snipe. Good decision. Oh, BRU. We knew you well. I think he's going to be okay here, though, honestly. Brain Sap and with the Arctic Burn over into the trees. Maybe not. He's still taking a little bit more damage. He's going to run on into the side. Power Shot connects. One more right click is going to be enough. Bane ends up getting the kill. Very nicely done there. And Moon Ranger's just going to run away from this one. Nicely done. All right, they might be ready to dive Demon here again in a second. Not so much damage that could be dealt out. Does end up tossing out another little rocket flare there. Mid lane? No, not going to be able to do anything, but this is really the one to watch. It's going to pop out those cogs, hits onto Bulba. Snowball is available for Owie if they wanted to go for it, but still a bit scary. Mid lane yet again. Can they get anything here? Chains do end up connecting onto Justin. A couple of a right-click battle is going to be able to hit the Meld Strike. He's running forward. There's the Refraction. Oh, wanted to get that kill. Not going to be able to happen. Bottom lane yet again. That's going to be another snowball forward. Demon in a little bit of trouble now. That's the back on off, but that's going to be a kill from the Bane. Coming over to help out his buddy, Mr. Demon. Bleak. Nicely done. A little 400 gold swing. You take a look at net worth right now. 500 roughly. The Ember Spirit a bit ahead. Oh, fogged. Scary there. He's going to be fine. Nobody to Splinter Blast on top. And actually getting the power denied at 4 minutes. Oh, God, that sucks. But he's still getting levels. Level 4 up is definitely where you want to be. He's same level as the Darkseer right now, so a couple of these other heroes that really are able to do a lot with a little in terms of farm, even though they're... Well, he's actually been able to get a good amount with the rocket flares as well. Howie looking to make something happen in this mid lane here, but the whole time Justin's just going to be taking on out camps. Now this is the key thing. Does he push too far forward and get caught here? You have the Winter Wyvern up on the high ground. Bane is in the area too. Can all jump in all at once. Arctic Burn with the Snowball. If it all comes out at once, this is actually going to be the play that they need. There's the jump forward. He's going to be able to get the Splinter Blast down. Tombstone, or not Tombstone, excuse me, able to get the kill there. Maybe going to be able to kill Yawar, though, in return. Oh, nice Nightmare, keeping him alive a little bit longer. The kills, though, are going to be flown relatively soon. One last right click. Skywrath Mage making it happen. Now going to dive again. How is Bleak still alive here? He does finally fall to the shards, but now Owie falling pretty quickly as well. Another couple of right clicks. The wand, another one. They need it. Nicely done with the rocket flare coming in from Demon at the end. And at the end of the day, looking like a 2-for-2 kill trade. There was some more action happening up top as well while we were looking at all of that. 3, if you include that Winter Wyvern. And HCWP taking a bit of a commanding lead. A lot more action. This was like the kill score at 20 minutes or something in the last game. We're just going to be completely honest about it. Bit more what you want to have happen. And this is what I was talking about. Bog now going to be able to stack on up these Ancients, wants to be able to give his buddy a little bit of extra help. And Ursa, meanwhile, while he has been forced out of lane, is going to be able to jungle. Level 6, or level 5 currently. Should be level 6 after he takes on out that stack. Mason, level 6. Taking Focus Fire. Bane, level 4. Bulba just continuing to jungle away. Good net worth after that last fight there. Council pushing a little bit ahead. EXP as well. A little bleak. Everybody's just... They don't really have any fear. I mean, you take a look at this vision right now. They kind of have an idea where everybody is, but at any given point in time, you can jump out. Bog is going to soak up some EXP here, wants to be able to get his level 6. That's going to make him a lot more effective against this Winter Wyvern. As soon as somebody gets cold embraced, you just jump forward, lay down a Mystic Flare, and you're good to go. Of course, in conjunction with an Ancient Seal. Continuing to check on out Roshan, the other little kit of clockwork that does help. Well, that being said, the clockwork was picked after the Ursa, so... They also do get down a trap in the Roche pit, so it's going to be very difficult for them to... Basically now what needs to happen is DC, they can take Roche whenever they win a team fight. And until TA gets a Deso, it's going to be hard for the Radiant to take one. Smoked up 2 heroes. Looks like they're going to try and catch Mason here. This would be a pretty huge kill if they're able to get it. No Sleight of Fist, but 2 of the chains. Wyvern widely is just going to keep on tossing out the Splinter Blasts. Oh, kill the courier, jump forward, chains end up connecting. He is going to try and TP away. Snowball ends up breaking that one away. And that's going to be a kill on top of the Wind Ranger. That's not what you want to have happen. Bit of a turnaround there at the end of it. DC shooting up 600 worth and fogged. Like, this is the thing too, is that Bulba's just taking your jungle right now. How did I believe out the Ancient Seal before the surge away? Bulba looks perfectly fine now. Like, he's going to have his mechanism at a great time, and then you end up being able to just group up together, take a team fight solidly, win it, and then go on in for Roche after the fact. Oh, this is the dirtiest. The Invis as well as the Ion Shell. Fogged should know about it now, but he's just going to get ran down. Oh, God. It just gets pushed on out of there like it's nothing. You really got to hate that little... Now Justin might end up feeling the brunt of it as well. You have potential for TPs to come on in, but yeah, Justin's just going to TP out of there. I think that's the wise decision. Top lane, they are going to be able to catch a kill with the Clockwork. Just caught the end of that one. Hook shot used as well as just about everything else, and that's going to accelerate him very close to his Blade Mail. Nicely done there by Clockwork. Not necessarily the perfect pick-off target, but it's still good to be able to find anybody with those. You need to make your presence felt on the map and just instill that little bit of fear. That's a really key component, as well as the fact that if you don't end up showing anywhere in lane, you make sure that you're going to be able to keep everybody on DC on edge, because you never know when a Clockwork Hook is going to come out of nowhere and just tear you apart. Dustin continuing to do his thing. Roshan not taken yet. Should know about this now. Probably going to lay down a sentry in a second. They're going to be able to take on out the trap from the TA.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So they know that this could be happening at least. Ursa did just pick on up Mask of Death as well as Phase Boots. From now on, you're pretty much going to see the Clockwork continue to shoot out the rockets into the Roche pit. Yep, and there it comes. You're going to know if anything does indeed happen. 4 heroes converging up Tan High. Well, we get a triple quad stack on these Ancients. It's going to be a little bit more armor because of that change to the Ancient Drakes. Oh, Winter Wyvern is going to be able to get out of there this time, it looks like, but a little bit scary. Now she actually did burn through her Arctic Bone, so it's going to fall. Oh, a little bit unfortunate there. The Shackle Shot's going to connect. Biryu is going to fall in the end. That's a kill. Ember Spirit able to take out the TA in the mid lane now. Wants to be able to potentially go further for this on the Bane. Nice kill. I think that's worth it every day. You killed the Winter Wyvern twice, but at the same time, you just lost your TA. That's huge. And now they can't really contest this Roshan that's going to come on in. Here's the jump forward. Actually going to be able to almost steal the Aegis. The Ursa ends up picking it up, and now Demon might end up falling as well. It was a nice hook attempt, but just a little bit too far off and wasn't able to get the Aegis steal. Oh, it's what you wanted to have happen, but couldn't quite make it there. 1,400 gold swing into their favor. Bulba is now going to get caught on out by the Ancient Steel. There's the Brain Sap as well. A couple more right clicks. Mystic Flare comes down, and that's a kill. Gareth Mage picking that up. Nicely done. So back and forth we go. A couple of kills here, a couple of kills there. Ursa picks on up the Aegis, gets a couple of levels out of it as well. And all of a sudden, things are starting to come together a bit. Net worth lead for DC, 1,400 EXP as well, right around 1,500. Smoked up with 2 heroes now, might opt to go for Mason. Instead, looking to be head towards this top lane. Going for Justin instead. 3 heroes, rather. Oh, God, if they actually end up finding him here, this is really bad. Oh, he's going to be taking... They're not going to stop. There's the jump forward. Remnants on out is going to be able to catch onto this, and so much damage so quickly. The snowball forward, everything just being dropped. Darkseer ends up getting the last hit, and God, YS is just a maniac monster right now. This is the power of that Ember Spirit if you're able to get off to a good start. 5,800 net worth. Look at the amount of damage done, 1,100 in just under a couple of seconds. All right, maybe going to be able to make a turnaround happen here. We do have Clockwork with the hook shot ready to go. Also have the Winter's Curse drop down on top of Mason. Maybe going to be able to make a pay for this. The wall drop as well. There's the Clockwork hook into the Mystic Flare. Dealing a lot of damage onto Biryu, but the mechanism's coming out. Keep him alive. Fiend's Grip on Yawar in the background, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Biryu is going to be able to fall, I do believe, yes, with the last right click. Bulba dropping low, but not low enough. Ember Spirit's able to kill the Clockwork now. 3 heroes dead and only the Winter Wyvern gone. Oh, God, and Fogged is going to fall as well. HCWP. Oh, this is the big engagement that they needed. 9 kills to 11. Fight recap, 1900 gold swing. Oh man, a whole heck of a lot of EXP, 2300 roughly. And this is going to be a tower right now. The Aegis on up, they were ready to fight, ready to party. Oh god. Ready to mingle. Mason currently trying to go for a Maelstrom, I would imagine, to come up a little bit. I don't think it's going to be a Midas. He still needs to be able to deal damage. Bulba mechanism, as well as the Soul Ring, the Ursa. Deal with that Aegis, and I don't know, I almost feel like they're going to be ready to keep on fighting into this. The TA needs to take this Ancient stack right now. This is so key to them coming back into this. Like, she needs that Deso desperately, and should be getting close to at least the finishing off the first Mithril Hammer. Don't think it's going to be enough for the second one. They don't have any idea that this is going on. Potentially the one flaw in everything that DC has been doing right so far is that they haven't been able to keep wards up on this high ground. You do see this one being able to de-ward stuff that was going on up there earlier. So High Council have been able to hide this pretty effectively. They do end up finding... Okay, didn't end up connecting. They're able to dodge it with the Sleight of Fist. Yawar is fine. That a conjunction of the Sleight of Fist being able to get rid of that, and now is going to Remnant forward yet again. Demon is going to end up getting caught out. Do catch him in the cogs with the Blade Mail out as well, but it's not going to be enough. He does end up going down the... Oh, nice Fiend's Grip down on top of Yawar, but he's broken through it. The mechanism keeping him alive. Now Ursa's in the mix as well. That's going to be a kill on top of Fog. I do believe Bane falls to the Darkseer Ion Shell, and now Skywrath Mage as well. Yawar is not afraid. Right click, sliced. And top lane's getting pushed on in by the Tusk. Windranger is going to come and try and contest this, but I don't think that she's going to be able to find the kill. Fight recap, 1800 gold, 1800 EXP, really starting to fall now. This Ursa pick is honestly working out for them spectacularly. I was concerned mainly about the laning phase, but now with the Blink Dagger up on Ursa as well, they are very, very comfortably in the lead and don't see it falling away from them anytime soon. You need to be able to find a pick off at this point in time and take somebody out. TA needs that Deso up immediately. Still relatively far away from finishing it off. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright. War Ultimate Orb is going to be the pickup here. Very interesting. Wanting to play this one safe yet again. And it is actually going to be the Midas. So, High Council think that the way to win this game is to go late. 15-minute Midas. After being able to pick up phase boots, she really wants to make sure, like, they have a lot of ability to keep these lanes. Well, it's not a ton of ability to keep the lanes pushed out. Bane doesn't push that effectively. The Skywrath Mage, not really either. The only person really is going to be the Windranger. So, like, in the last game, you saw DC really hold out a lot longer because what they were able to do was push out the lanes with the Ember Spirit. Now they don't have that luxury anymore because they don't have the right heroes to be able to do it. So every time this pressure comes on out, well, the Windranger and the TA are going to be able to push out the lanes. If they don't show back up right now to this bottom lane, you can just walk right up into the base by DC. Let's take a look currently buyback status. Actually, Howie just sitting comfortably here. Doesn't quite spot out Bleak. Network, maybe something. Justin gonna get caught out. Oh no, does get the kill on the tower, but that's going to end up connecting yet again. Walrus punch down, and Ursa, the Ion Shell on top of him just burns through that fraction. That's the jump forward, able to catch onto Bleak. There's the Ice Shards catching as well. Oh, maybe going to be able to make his way out of here. Never mind, there's an angry-ass bear just on your tail. Oh, God. 16-10, but it feels like it could be 50. They are, like, slowly finding the pickoffs that they need, but it's just devastating. Usually he just come and give you a bear hug every time. Alright, Bulba working on that Force Staff next. Gonna make sure he's able to keep... It's just every little thing. Want to make sure that you're covered on all your bases. The draft really ended up working out well for them. I think that's pretty much what this is coming down to. The fact that Ursa can get on top of you now with the Ion Shell just tears apart the TA consistently. That's exactly what you need to do. Blade Mail is up on the Clockwork. That will help, but last time around you saw it, it didn't really end up mattering because the damage is coming from so many different sources right now from Digital Chaos. Right? There's another Ion Shell. Ready for a bear hug. Dropping the null tally on the ground. Alright, there is going to be the point booster that you need. Aegis going to still be a little bit away before it's even capable of respawning. And you're starting to feel that the only way you're going to get back into this game is like an Aegis steal from Clockwork, which seems suspect to me in terms of its viability. Because you take a look, like the vision that you've been able to take. This ward scene whenever somebody's farming, as well as the movement on into the Roche pit here. Got vision right outside the Roche pit, just all over the enemy jungle. And while you do have pretty great vision for High Council, they aren't really being able to focus that on the side of the map with their jungle as well as with Roche. So, tough situation indeed. Desolator going to be picked up by TA. Could be the turning point that they need, but again, how do you keep the Ursa off of her? That's the big question here. They don't really have great defensive supports.
Bottom tower is under attack.
This is the part where I wonder if maybe Shadow Demon might have been the better option, but they do have the ability to lock down the Ursa with the Bane, so maybe in the big team fight they're able to make it happen. DC have mainly been able to get to this point by getting the initiation onto High Council, so I think that they can probably turn it around. Relatively long Roche timer also favors High Council. Net worth, as far as the team goes, still 5k, EXP 5k. We've seen much bigger comebacks before than that. Demon working on the Aghanim Scepter next. Mason himself is trying to work on his Aghanim Scepter, only about 900 gold away from it. So the Midas is starting to pay off. The fact that DC really haven't been able to take the next big engagement. Oh god, Justin, no! He's gonna get Walrus punched up as well as burning through those refraction charges. Owie might be in a little bit of trouble, but the snowball is gonna be able to keep him alive. Darkseeder's here as well. They're just tearing him apart. Oh god, Ember Spirit gets the kill. Maybe gonna be able to jump forward. Ends up getting blocked by the Winter Wyvern, and then he just pushes right on out of there, turning it around yet again. The Winter's Curse is down on top of Demon. He's taking a lot of damage now. Buryu fallen, but the Cold Embrace keeping him alive. Oh god, it wasn't meant to be. Tusk ends up taking out the Clockwork in the end, and what could have been a really good initiation, just a little bit of bad luck that time in conjunction with a really nice play by DC, I think. It's a combination of both of those. The fact that Winter Wyvern was going over right at the exact same time meant that the hook shot didn't go exactly where Demon wanted it to go. 3 heroes dead, and now Roche is going to be back up in just a second. I think that at this point, TC, after taking these Ancients, just goes right back into Roche. There's no reason to sort of mess around, and, well, they can maybe contest this. They're going to have all their heroes back up by the time Roche is up. But it seems suspect yet again. 10k on the Ember. He now has a way to get away from the Ancient Seal. He's got the Ion Shell on him. He's just got so much damage. Top lane being pushed out as much as possible by Mason is going to be able to finish off the Aghanim Scepter by the next time this fight ends up getting off. Owie now spotting out the Roche. Ember still taking on out the enemy jungle. And in the jungle, the mighty jungle, Bearman hits Roshan in the face. Alright. It's starting to feel like this might be the penultimate fight right here. One more after this one might seal the deal. The shards. Where's your Blink Dagger, TA? Not gonna have it. Now it looks like they're gonna back out. Okay, so play in the safe mood. DC don't want to end up getting caught out with the craziness that are out from High Council, and probably the better decision. War is going to push out this top lane first before it ends up coming about here, so they're at least going to be applying pressure while all of this is happening. He does also have those boots of travel, and by the time anybody from High Council could get over there, he's going to be perfectly fine to TP out, I think. I think Bane might be going for a Midas as well. Well, can they find somebody? Have to style up on the Ember. Bleak might get caught if he's not careful. We do have another Winter's Curse up. The power shot does end up hitting. They are going to get revealed in just a second here, and now backing on out. They're going to go back for Roche. So with the top lane pushing, you sort of need to respect this because Ember Spirit can move on over to the tier 2 at any given point in time. They're going to toss on out the shard as well. Block off the potential approach. Viryu again is going to be sitting in the way of the hook shot. Demon waiting for his opportunity, and you see right here, gaming, they're just standing in the way of it, so that way you don't end up getting a good angle on the Ursa. Roshan falling, there's going to be the power shot, it does end up catching, there's the Aegis down as well. Oh, Mason cut out from the rest of his team, he's going to be in trouble. Oh, Ursa all up in his face, needs another one, nice hook shot. Is it going to be enough? It pushes back Yawar, but at the same time, Darkseer does end up getting kill on the Wind Ranger, and now Ursa's on top of the Clockwork. This is going to be Fogged getting caught as well. No, actually the chains end up hitting onto the creeps instead, and Fogged is able to get out. But the chase continues. Nice job, Bleak there. Go to sleep. Bedtime, Bulba. It's going to be a 1,300 gold swing for their favor. And the Blink Dagger now up on the Darkseer. With the top lane already pushed, it's the moment for DC to break high ground. I think instead they're going to opt to go for taking these other tier 2 towers. And this makes a lot of sense. Keep all the lanes pushed out. Make sure that you've got vision of the area, and you're going to be perfectly comfortable. Okay. Dagger up on the Tusk. He's going to be able to save anybody who gets in a bad situation. Ember Spirit now going back for his Battle Fury. TC's going to be up in the middle of all of it. Does finish off the Sanjin Yasha and the Vlad at the same time. Huge timing right now for him. The question is, are they going to be able to survive this next engagement? And I think so. Clockwork Hookshot is up in another couple of seconds here. With the Aegis, as we've talked about on the Ursa, they're really, really comfortable right now. Tier 2 tower does fall, and now moving up towards the top lane. The other thing right now, nobody is pushing out the bottom lane, and as soon as they talk about it, Templar Assassin heads out there. But this is the point where you would love to be able to have somebody with the Boots of Travel, because you can't get back quick enough. Well, I guess you can. You can push it out a little bit. They're going to lose the tier 2 tower here.
Radiant's top tower is under
So
attack.
good play by High Council, doing everything that they possibly can to stay in this game a little bit longer. I don't think Ursa needs to be super scared about this. I think that we have finished off the Force Staff on a couple of these heroes. Midas now picked up by Bane as well. Force Staff is on the Darkseer. Mid lane, Ember's going to be able to push this out as well. And TP into the bottom lane, he's going to be able to push this one out as well. This is the power of this hero. Like, he's going to have his TP boots back up in 40 seconds. And wherever they want to go for, he's going to be able to make it happen. Can't really do a whole heck of a lot this Templar Assassin against him, honestly. 4-man smoke coming in with the creep wave. Looking for an initiation angle. Ember Spirit will be able to be here in 20 seconds. If they take the fight right now, Walrus Punch down on top of Fog. That's a jump forward by Ursa and just tears him apart. Ripped to shreds. Another hero down. And Ember Spirit now with them as well. They're very comfortable to push high ground here. What's the buyback status looking like? That's going to be a key component in this fight. Pretty much not a ton of people have it on the Radiant. Shackle doesn't end up connecting. There's the Winter Stress on top of Mason, and he is getting torn apart. Clockwork trying to save his life isn't going to be able to do it. Unfortunately, Winter Wyvern was able to get the kill. We do see the Ursa finally fall. Aegis is popped though, so coming back in a second. Bulba gets shackled, or excuse me, is going to end up getting caught up with the Fiend's Grip. More damage coming out from Justin, but the snowball forward, saving a life. Nicely done. Bulba is also going to be Cold Embrace stack up. TA buying back into the game, wants to be able to get into here. Ursa takes down the Bane as well. Another shackle onto 2 heroes. A huge amount of damage coming out from Justin, but again the Winter Wyvern escapes. Nice Force Staff owie, and then followed up by the snowball. Reinitiation time, round 2. Everybody's in the middle of them. Another shackle ends up hitting, but the triple kill for TC is just going to run at them some more. All right, he wanted to go for the bear hug, but an Invis TA was going to keep that from happening, and Yawar is just not afraid. He is running on over here. Shackle doesn't latch, is going to end up being able to get out of there one more time, and TC Raid Boss is back in the mix things. Demon pops the Blade Mail. Another power shot coming in. It looks like the tier 3 is going to fall. So many die for High Council. Oh, maybe TC is going to die here. Oh, Enrage at the last second, keeping him alive. And Viryu is going to be able to TP out. Maybe No does die to the Wind Ranger. Yawar running in again. Shackle, oh, excuse me, the hook doesn't end up connecting on to the Ember. So at the end of the day, 5 dead, 2 buybacks, and the only ones that end up going down are going to be the Ursa with the Aegis and the Winter Wyvern. Oh God, it was a hold. It was a hold, but my goodness, was it costly. Net worth 20k, EXP 18. They're gonna as well just pop out a few more things here, trying desperately to cling on to any bit of solace that they can. Ember now with the Battle Fury as well. It's looking very, very dire. Number of different ways. Mantis style up to be able to get rid of the silence. Yuara also has his Battle Fury finished. The Midases need to come and play a little bit quicker for actually giving them the items that they need. Huawei 2000 is going to be working on that Lotus Orb as well, so more defensive items. Oh, Justin gets Walrus Punch. TC in the middle is going to right-click him down. And Tusk is the one that ends up getting that kill. And down for 70, die back on the TA. Oh no, this isn't the way that it was supposed to happen. Fight recap, 700 gold swing, but again, the big key component here is that this is going to be another lane of racks probably taken in this series. Net worth 20k, need 20k. They're ready. Clockwork does have a hook shot back up and ready to go. And again, if they do end up winning this, it doesn't mean that High Council are out. They're just going to be pushed down to the lower bracket. Or in the middle ends up catching the chain on the Mason, a couple more right clicks. That's going to be the Winter's Curse. Oh, after the hook shot, the vacuum wall, they're all dead! Oh, they're all dead! They're all in the cogs, but it doesn't matter. Clockwork is going to buy back into the game, but he already used his hook shot. Oh, the vacuum, Winter's Curse to everything. Good game gets called. DC take it. Good luck for guys. Nicely done. Well mannered. Thank you all very much for watching. At the end of the day, DC end up moving on. They're going to face off against Root Gaming for the first spot in the finals, while High Council of Wizards and Priests ends up moving down into the lower bracket. Thank you guys very much for watching yet again. Lyrical Dota, you can find me on Twitter. And I'm going to be sticking around a little bit while after the draft or after the commercials play on out for our sponsors. But it was a wild ride. It was a pleasure. Thanks for bearing with any additional problems that were going on. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Summit 4, American Qualifier.